everybody to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup, as we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Mustangs will kick this deep to start us off. And they'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Longhorns offense making their way on the field today. Let's check out the impact players in this game, Kirk. Guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, I think these are the guys that show the most consistency, and I think that's why we're showcasing them, and they're going to have to be able to step up and not only...
Breaks into the clear. Tackle at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs. And the game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Important second down play coming up. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Now here he goes. Finally make the tackle, but not before he crosses midfield. First down to the 44. Handoff here from the shotgun. You make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. The Longhorns will line up on first and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pass complete on a crossing route. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone. The first down to 17. Receiver in motion now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Now it's second down here. The back's got it. He's in the clear. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Longhorns.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And here's the return from inside the 5. Coverage team flying down there. Good job. They limit the return. Not much there. The Mustangs offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. And each offense features a star tight end. What an elite matchup of guys who can really hurt defenses in a variety of ways.
When was the last time we did a game where we were excited to watch 2 tight ends from opposing teams go against each other? But that's what we have today. Both of these guys are elite at their position. Both want to have bragging rights that they're the best in the country. Let's see who can be showcased better than them.
The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. Oh, he can't connect with the wideout that time. Incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Can he get there on the ground? Did not get there. And now it's going to bring up 4th down and 1. And the Mustangs will line up to punt it away. Steps into this one, and it's a boomer. Wow. He was hoping that would check up, but a big bounce sends it into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Looking to throw. It's Manning. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others. But, man, plays like this is what you love to see and kind of creating that new legacy for Texas of having elite receivers.
Here comes a handoff. And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Just trying to get rid of it. Just flings it out of bounds with the pass rush closing in. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Pressure is coming. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line. Longhorns will try to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a 1st down. They'll try to run for the 1st down. They stop him behind the line. That'll set up 4th down now. Longhorns will look to convert here on 4th down. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the 1st down. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down. Ball handed to the running back. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Scanning the field. It's Manning. Caught near the goal line. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Texas.
Here they just rely on the big boys up front to get a good push, get some tough yards to put 6 points up on the board.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Looking to throw it on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Hudson. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Defense will make the stop of what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. And as we reach the end of 1, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the 2nd quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Scanning the field. It's Jennings. Looking for a man deep down the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. The Mustangs will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 25. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on return. And now the first play of this drive now from the 35. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. The short completion of the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. That completion makes it second and medium. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47. He decides to keep it here. Loses the ball behind the line. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here. He'll be brought down. Nice play to make the recovery, but he stopped short of first down yardage. Looks right for a quick completion. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He pulls in the catch. That play will move the sticks, set him up first down at the 42. The Longhorns looking to keep this drive moving. Play action here on first down. Throws it to the right. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Moves the ball to the 12.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. A quick throw out left, complete, and he will be stuffed for no gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They're going to run it here. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here. So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. Quarterback keeps the football. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Because I don't care what era we're talking about in college football. Defending the option when it's really well executed, one of the toughest things that defense can do, and this quarterback deserves a lot of credit. A great feel of when to pull it and when to give it. This time he keeps it himself for the touchdown.
And now they'll set up for the play after. They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They're going backwards to open up this drive after the loss, second down and 15. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. He cannot escape. It's a sack. It's the 2-minute timeout with this offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. This is away, a very good kick, high and toward the sideline. Kick goes out of bounds. They'll spot the ball near the 20-yard line. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. And the pass is complete to the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
I mean, we're not even to halftime yet, and I don't think this guy wants to take a break once we get to the half. That's his 5th catch and counting.
How aggressive do you get on first and 10? Dropping back, it's Manning. Pass rush closing in. The pass rush gets home.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. And let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
So this offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. And he drops back in the gun. Short pass finds the tight end. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looks to the left, pass caught. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down. Offense putting together a solid drive. 1st down at the 46. Looking deep down the left side. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. The misfire on 1st down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 46. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. They bring him down after a short gain there. Offense trying to move in the scoring position if they can convert 3rd and short here from the 50. Makes a quick grab. And they convert on 3rd down, moving the football to the 35. That completion good for a 1st down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch. Tackled immediately, but not before he gets the ball inside the 20. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Snags the quick throw. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Longhorns are in the red zone. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Grabbed by the receiver. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So it's 3rd down, but out comes the field goal unit. They'll try to add 3 points before halftime. And it's good right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the coverage team brings him down as the clock runs out in the 1st half of play. Minute's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable 1st half so far. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. The shotgun running play called. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. 3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Back to pass. It's Jennings. They pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
The Mustangs will bring their punt team onto the field. And he drives the punt deep. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Now the first play of the drive, they'll begin at the 38. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play. Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Quick throw to the left. What a catch! He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. He's running out of time here. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Caught. Completion. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain in the throw. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Lets it go quickly. He makes the grab. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Play action fake. Looking to throw. Catch made in space. Look out. They finally stop him, and not before he gets to the 16-yard line.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Right down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He bought some time, now lets it go. The receiver grabs it, and they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? 2nd down play coming up. He'll ride the back again here. And the defense brings him down. Hunter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on 3rd down? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. It's caught at the 25, and he's still going. Touchdown, Mustangs. No chance to catch him there.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. Extra point is good. They trail now 31-7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Breaks an open space. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. To throw, it's Manning. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, what a grab! They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. On first down, it's play action. It's the running back in the flat. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47. Longhorns offense is on the move now. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. He gets loose. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the 3rd quarter. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back. Make it tougher on the quarterback. Make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
Longhorns will have to kick it away. This will be the first punt for this offense tonight. He gets it away. Directional kick with nice distance. Punt goes out of bounds. Looks like they'll spot it near the 15. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They bring it down to the 38, but that's good enough for first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Caught behind the line. It's Hudson. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Jennings. The pocket breaking down. Pop over the middle. It's Maryland. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. On 3rd down, it's a handoff.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Here's the 2nd down play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And it's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw. After the incompletion, they'll line up now for a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking deep down the right side. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. So the choice to go for it doesn't pan out this time. Quarterback still with the football. First down and more. He's still running. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. And the quarterback keeps it here.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
chewing clock with the running game. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Baxter. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback lost track of the play clock. That'll cost the offense 5. The Longhorns will have to kick this away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Not what he was hoping for. Instead of pinning the offense deep, it's a touchback. Quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Back to pass. It's Jennings. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball for 31. The offense will spend a timeout here. 25 seconds on the clock. Quick throw caught on the left side. And the offense will spend a timeout to stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining. Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking for a receiver. Throws to the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. He's got room to run. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. It's a booming punt, showcasing the leg strength. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. It's victory formation. Quarterback will kneel down. to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Hoosiers will kick this deep to get us going. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gibson. He's tackled at the 17, so it would be better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. So Texas's offense comes on the field to open this game. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Second down after that previous play. Dropping back. It's Manning. Looks to the left, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Early adversity here. They face a third down in the opening possession. Out of the gun now on third down. Over the middle, but it's incomplete. Longhorns will bring their punt team on the field now. And the coverage seemed able to bring the returner to the ground. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get after the quarterback. They slow the run down. Really a nightmare to block.
Well, these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wreckers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. Going to be tough on this offense to try to hold up at the line of scrimmage.
RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The game makes it second and medium. Looking for a man. Big throw complete to the tight end. Good enough for first down yardage. The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Hemby. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. Second down after that one on the previous play. Looking to throw here. Running out of time in the pocket. Grab down the middle. It's Morris. Tackle made at the 36. It'll be first down. This offense in good position here. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Breaks into open space. Here he goes.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense loved to play the RPO game. And here early, they pick up some big yards.
And the Hoosiers have first and 10 here. They'll hand it off. It's a spin move to extend the play, pick up a few extra yards. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. It's a quarterback keeper. They've got him in the backfield. It's a 4-yard loss. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? To the air, it's Mendoza. Looking for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Indiana. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, winding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you can score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense. Man, did they make that look easy.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Dumps it down to the back.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing rate. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. First down now at the 40. And here's the handoff. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. He hands it off from the gun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. 6th play of the drive coming up. A pre-snap motion from the offense. Back to throw. It's Manning. Lets it fly to the wideout. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down. Longhorns will look to convert here on 4th down. A running play called on 4th down. That's a nice game to move the sticks here as time runs out in the first quarter. So Kirk, Indiana has the lead here. We'll check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the 2nd period. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Caught quickly. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. The Longhorns are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Bringing pressure. Oh, it's incomplete. Tried a little lob pass there, but doesn't work. 3rd and short now on the 10th play of this drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. Longhorns looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
This will be a challenge now. 2nd and goal back at the 13. To throw, it's Manning. Running back has it on a screen now. Brings her in the end zone. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution. completion. He reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And there's the point after. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Morris. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. First play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. Play action here on first down. Short connection to the tight end here.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. The Hoosiers bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
That completion makes it second and short. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Important third down play coming up. Back to throw. It's Manning. It's nearly picked off. He couldn't hold on to it. Don't expect that from such a reliable defender. Brings up fourth down now. They'll kick it away here. Well, they can't down it there. It bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. A deep shot to the right. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there. Second and 10 after the incompletion. Let's see what they can create here now to avoid a third and long. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Finds room at the 30. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Boy, it's fun to watch this guy run the quarterback option. This time he keeps it. Big positive yards and a first down. The defense has got to figure out a way to slow this guy down.
Here's a first and 10 play. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Grab down the middle. It's Cooper.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Or the quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads that they're up, makes the throw in the quick slant, gets some really good yards.
They'll get to the line here in the no huddle. And looking to throw now on first down. Defense is coming after him. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Dropping back. It's Mendoza. Looking deep to the right side. Oh, he makes the catch. He makes the stop, but a big play. Lose the ball in the red zone.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Hoosiers will have first and 10 here. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Caught for the receiver. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Return starts from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So they'll start this drive with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. And completion makes it 2nd and short. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Makes a quick catch. Tackle, but 1st down. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. To the air. It's Manning. Here's the target, and it's complete. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And it's caught. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Morris. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. The first play of the drive here, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. They get the second half started with their running play.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Caught over the middle, it's Williams. Stopped at the 36, that's good enough to move the sticks. The offense really clicking against this battle defense. Handoff here from the shotgun. Stopped right there at the line, no gain. Offense getting set up, here's 2nd down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Morris. The gain is not enough for 1st down, so it brings up a 4th and short. The Hoosiers will line up to kick it away when he comes for his 2nd punt of the game. Kicked it too far. It lands in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. Keeping it on the ground here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. So a very makeable 3rd down for the offense with a 29. Can he make it to the marker? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Longhorns will send their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. Trying to return the punt for some extra yardage. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. And the Hoosiers offense is back out there on the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. And the defense smothers him for no gain. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. They're going to run it. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Offense facing a 3rd and long to the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Looking deep downfield to the left. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today. But it's going to bring up 4th down. And they'll kick it away here. And he takes it around the 20. Coverage seat brings down the returner. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. It's a keeper. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? To throw, it's Manning. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
A completion sets up a 2nd down play. And he keeps it. The Longhorns pick up enough to get a first down there. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the ball. The quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36. Longhorns with 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback dropping back. Nice grab. It's Moore.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. Trying to success the formation. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. Longhorns will look to convert here on 4th down. 4th down, looking to throw for it. He's got it. Enough for a first down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. He keeps it. QB draw. They finally stop him, but a solid play sets him up. 1st and goal at the 9. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter of play. So, Kirk, Indiana has the lead here. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game stats before we move on. quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now. Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Looking downfield. It's Manning. Touchdown, Texas. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
Chris, this is a great play by the receiver coming up with this touchdown. Now let's go back to the beginning of this play. Give the quarterback a lot of credit. He got the ball out of his hands quickly to get that receiver the football to give him a chance to put the touchdown on the board.
Now the important point after attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out. It's Morris. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He stopped him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. Press set it down. It's 1st and 10. QB decides to keep it here. He's got the first and still going. Going to avoid the tackle there with a slide. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another 1st down. There's the handoff. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. 1st down here for this offense. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. The receiver makes the catch.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated and get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. And that catch is hauled in. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to 30. You set it down to the offense, 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Grab down the middle. It's Williams.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down. Here comes a throw from the red zone. It's a quick grab. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Now this is the 8th play on this drive. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Touchdown, Indiana! And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Pressure is coming. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
second and long from the 14. Short throw complete to the tight end. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. On third down, he drops to throw. A deep shot to the left side. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on. Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. The Longhorns line up on first and 10. Looking to throw again. Catch made on the out route. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Quick completion to the tight end. They make the stop, but he's in enemy territory now. First down to the 45. And a timeout is called to talk some strategy in this very important drive. This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. It's an out route, the catch made. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. Motion by the bag now forces the defense to adjust. Throw to the running back in the flat. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Here's a screen pass to the running back. That's enough to move the sticks. First down now from the 23. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Scanning the field. It's Manning. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete. A tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Makes the ground. It's Moore. They bring him down after a short gain there. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Looking downfield near the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete. Down by a touchdown late. This is a crucial fourth down play. Maybe the last shot here. Oh, they've got him. A fourth down sack and a turnover on downs.
The quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. And they play keep away here. Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. Working clock with the ground game. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. On the ground, it's Hemby. That run takes it across the 30-yard line. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the quarterback just kneels down. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Looking for his big tight end. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. The pass rush closing in. And it falls incomplete, the final play of the game as time runs out.